Charles J. I'm not afraid to lose my life. If you want advice from me, don't get too caught up in these streets. Cause in that water it get deep and ain't no motherfucking sleep. Either you a wolf or you a sheep. A sheep. Why you take my homie life away? It don't make you a killer cause you got a pistol. I know some real ones that would never see the light of day. It ain't shit sweet, this ain't no motherfucking slice of cake. All this pain in my voice, I know you feel me. My best friend is on death row and that shit kills me. Y'all gon' remember my name. And we need some peace. Every time I see the police, yeah, I feel like this might be the end of me, yeah. Lord, forgive my enemies. That I'm so sick of feeling this pain that I feel. I know you're not here, but this just don't seem real. I remember walking down the Hicks and going half on the blunt. What you know about perfectos? I'll forever love you, I just had to let you know. I'll forever love you, I just had to. And it was all for a purpose. Mama told me go to the service, and daddy wanted me to wear a jersey. Instead I'm writing verses. At least I ain't sneaking in women's purses for a purchase. I remember that night he damn near murked me. I was 15 at the time, now I'm damn near 30. And the Lord was right on time, he was damn near early. I could've took his life, but that man wasn't worth it. And my waves so deep, they damn near curly. You ain't never heard me turn me up, this is the moment. Listen, lil' homie, if you don't like this, then you're phony. I ride the beat like I'm sitting on a donkey. He say he want food for throw his ass a biscuit, he hungry. This is my moment, and I'm just trying to take advantage. So much pain from my past, I wish that I could make it vanish. If I could make a wish, it'd be to talk face to face with Granny and ask her for advice on what I need to do to save my life. I'm not afraid to lose my life. Why you take my homie life away? It don't make you a killer cause you got a pistol. I know some real ones that would never see the light of day. It ain't shit sweet, this ain't no motherfucking slice of cake. All this pain in my voice, I know you feel me. My best friend is on death row and that shit kills me. Y'all gon' remember my name. And we need some peace. Every time I see the police, yeah, I feel like this might be the end of me, yeah. Lord, forgive my enemies. That I'm so sick of feeling this pain that I feel. I know you're not here, but this just don't seem real. I remember walking down the Hicks and going half on the blunt. What you know about perfectos? I'll forever love you, I just had to let you know. I'll forever love you, I just had to let you know.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that rocking with me. Yeah, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shot. Charleston wife says we need to stop blaming white folks. We need to stop blaming white folks. Listen, I get it. Some may be tired of me covering old Charleston. I done did probably, since I've had this channel, I probably done did about 5 or 6 different Charleston white videos. So I don't talk about them often, but I've made several videos because I haven't seen nothing like this in a long time. I haven't seen a brother go from revolutionary to bragging about how he took a white man's life, to talking about how he wanna force himself on white women, you know, to pay back for all the yeah, this motherfucker went from saying he wanna take it from white women and just to pay back from all the times they took it from our women. Yeah, he wanted to get payback for slavery and all that. Yeah, the boy bragged about unaliving a white boy Yeah, this motherfucker was revolutionary. This motherfucker was the Nat Turner of the internet. Yeah, boy went from the Nat Turner of the internet to just another, you know, just. I don't even know the word for him, but I've just never seen selling out at this kind of level, bro. I just don't know, bro. This shit. Charleston White went from a revolutionary to a lapdog. Just just overnight, just change. I don't know if it was the money. I don't know what it was. I really don't know what it was, bro. Um, but you can't use the excuse, oh, well, black folks don't want to fight against this. So, no, that ain't no need to turn completely against black folks and kiss white folks. No, that's not an excuse. So, I don't know. Maybe it was the money. Maybe it was the point of feeling like maybe you were just a revolutionary because you was broke. And once you got some money, you felt like you was better than black folks. That's all I can think of. Um, because I just peep a lot of things. Only thing been keeping you alive for the last I would say the last year, because for the last year your stock has plummeted, pimping. Now 2 or 3 years ago, everybody was interviewing you. You was on every podcast. But this last year, bro, ain't nobody been fucking with you. Only motherfucker been fucking with you is that messy boy Say Cheese. That all he do is spark rap beats, and he's the cause of rappers getting killed. But he's a suburban boy. Say Cheese is a demon to me. He's the ultimate fuck boy. Because he's watching you crash out, and but y'all supposed to be homies. He watching you put yourself in situations where you can lose your life over some dumb shit. And what he do? He promote it. Because long as he getting them views, that motherfucker don't give a fuck about you. Say Cheese is a fuck boy. I'll never respect. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I stand on this and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. It's platforms I would never do an interview with. I don't give a fuck up. Bro, money don't move me like that. I would never get on Say Cheese TV. I would never fuck with Boss Talk. Cause he do a lot of fuck shit. All he do is interview these old ass game bankers. And he from East Texas. So nah, I wouldn't fuck with them dudes, bro. And I'm not saying they the only ones. I wouldn't fuck with Vlad. I wouldn't fuck with Adam 22. It's platforms I would never fuck. I would never go on your platform. I don't care about clout like that, bro. It's some platforms I would never go on. I would never go on Say Cheese, bro. Ever in life. Because, you know, you had a lot to do with that Mo3 and Yellow Beezy situation, bro. And you promoted it. But then once Mo3 got killed, you tried to play victim and play like you didn't know what the fuck was going on. Bro, you promoted it. You promoted that beef. So, and like I said, I'm watching you, even though Charleston White could very well lose his life for the ignorant shit he say, bro, you promote him to keep doing it. But y'all claim to be friends. That's not a friend, bro. But no, I ain't gonna stay on Say Cheese. But I just don't respect. I have no respect for him. That motherfucker a straight sucker. But yeah, that's the only thing been keeping you alive. But I swear to God, bro. I literally just woke up 15, 20 minutes ago. And I got on YouTube, and this was the first video I saw. I seen this white girl with these big ass lips. This motherfucker got some. I know that shit fake. Yeah. She's a Russian white girl. She's not even from over here. And what's the podcast called? Courtside Less? Yeah, look that shit up and look up them lips. That mother, ain't no way them her lips. Yeah, ain't no way. Yeah, ain't no way you can tell me them is her lips. No, Pimpin', these are not your lips. And another thing about her lips, her surgery didn't go well because her bottom lip, it don't match her her top lip. That top lip big than a motherfucker. She got a big ass top lip, but kind of a regular bottom lip. Yeah, her shit fucked up. Ain't bullshit. Yeah. She very top heavy on some shit. But yeah, the first thing I heard in this interview that just made me say, this motherfucker, he just took selling out to a whole nother level. He took it to another level. Yeah, this girl got some big ass lips. Yeah, she got some big ass lips. Yeah, look her up. Courtside Less. That's LES. Courtside Less. And she ain't got but 20,000 subscribers, you know. But I ain't saying it like she ain't got shit. But I'm saying it ain't just no huge platform. He just looking to coon anywhere. Because I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know when Charleston first started turning on the black community, he was doing it on interviews with black platforms. White platforms never opened up their door to him. It was black platforms that reached out to you, bro. It was black platforms that made you, that was paying you all this money for interviews, that was putting you on. It was black platform. So it just amazes me how a lot of black people love to blame black people for everything and act like black people don't support and black people don't. Same way with Floyd Mayweather. How he say he stand with Israel and he said Mexicans made him. It was black folks that made you, bro. Mexicans booed you, dummy. It was black folks that made you. That's why I say, especially when it comes to our celebrities, or if you a celebrity, black folks, it's the poor motherfuckers that black folks have a hard time supporting. We don't believe in supporting you until you make it. You got to make it first, and then we'll support you. It's very hard for us to build you from the ground up. But now, bro, Charleston, bro, all the black platforms put you on. So now you're on this white girl platform and she ain't got that many followers. It's just desperation. It's just a flea flicker. And I only listened to like 5 minutes of it. When I heard you say, just listen to this question. Just listen to it. When I heard this right here, it told me everything I need to know about the entire interview.
Show and I want to sponsor it, but he said the only condition, I want Charleston White on it.
Shout out, that's my nigga right there. Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Brandon Dixon Law Firm, Brandon Dixon.
Say, I'm for you for to be our lawyer from now on. I'm for to throw your name to everybody. Cause he's been watching me, and he wanted to challenge you.
He wanted to challenge me, and I said, do you want me to talk to him about particular things? He said, no, do your thing. I trust you.
Yeah, most people book me to challenge me.
Right.
But to challenge me, to embarrass me, to kind of make me look stupid as if I'm just spewing out things, and that's what Cam Newton tried to do, and I get offended by that because I'm more than just what I've said online. If you do your research,
Absolutely. So look,
There go that bullshit. You know, that's just a character. Yeah, me being a fuck boy. Me shitting on black folks, me shitting on black women and black children and black men, that's just my character. See, it really ain't me. Because in real life, bro, let me tell you something. And another thing, I remember, it was about 8-9 months ago when you said you don't even help kids no more. Fuck these kids. I remember that, bro. So when you start getting money, you stop helping the kids. You was only helping the kids when you was broke. Nah, I don't ever want to be like that. I don't ever. But one thing I know about myself, you got to know yourself. Bro, money will never change me. If anything, it'll make me be even better. It'll make me help even more. I am a natural giver. I know who I am. Some people don't know who I know, bro. With more money, bro, like people say, more money, more problem. More money, bro, I would create opportunities for others. That's just how I am. When I was a game banger, bro, I was the only, when I came into the system, I had to realize how fucked up shit was. But when I first came into the system, you know, I was making good commissary. But after that, after about a year or two, my commissary slowed down, you know, because problems in the family and shit like that. But while I was making commissary, I was one of the only gang members, bro, the only bloods that made sure my homies ate. I was one of the only ones that was telling these motherfuckers, bro, we need a treasury. So when the homies come in, they'll have some hygiene. They'll have some, you get what I'm saying? I was one of the only homies. And then I seen that motherfuckers ain't really doing that shit. Only certain bloods looked out for certain bloods. So I seen the fuck shit, and I just kind of distanced myself. You know what I'm saying? Before I let you just use me. Nah, you ain't finna just use me. But I help you all day long, bro. That's just always been who I was. That's always been who I was. So I believe in my heart wholeheartedly. Money will never fucking change me. If anything, it'll make me better. It'll make me more of a giver. It'll help me create more opportunities for my people.
let's get into this. But before we get into the conversation,
Now watch this question she finna ask me, and watch this out. See, what bothers me the most, bro, it's one thing to say all this fuck shit to a black podcaster. To say this in front of a white girl, you's a fucking sucker. It's one thing to coon in front of black folk, but to do it in front of white folks, bro, it's sickening, bro. It's just sick. It's the most disgusting shit. Bro, this the same thing Morgan Freeman said years ago. You know the best thing to do about racism in America? Just don't talk about it. Remember Morgan Freeman said that fuck shit? And I remember Denzel said, you can't blame the white man. You got all the opportunities in this country you want. I can't stand Negroes that do that coon talk and say that old coon ass speech. Watch this question and watch how he answer it. And this in front of a white woman. That's
The person that comes on my show answers this question.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's one thing you can talk less about, what would that be?
And look how long he take to answer it, because he thinking of the most coonish shit to say. He thinking of the most white approving shit he can say. This motherfucker is a straight. Listen, maybe it's my problem. Maybe it's my problem because I hate to admit it, but I believe in Charleston. Yeah, that's why I can't let the shit. I can't get over you. I can't get over it. Because I watched a man go from some liberation type shit, revolutionary, militant type shit, to being the biggest coon on the internet. I can't get over it. I can't. So my bad to my audience. Y'all have to excuse me. Please forgive me. I can't get over it. I don't know how many more times I'm going to cover it because I've never seen nobody change like this. 2 years ago, bro, you was a revolutionary. And you switch. Now you the white boy's favorite lapdog. Watch him. Watch him coon. Watch him coon for this white girl.
The past history between black people and white people.
Ooh, why?
Because
hold on, you see how she, ooh, why? You see how she got so excited about that shit? Ooh, why? She couldn't wait. Once she seen he was in coon mode, she said, oh, hell yeah, I got us one. See, this white girl may be a Russian from Russia. But
now we got to go help people custom.
Hey, but she got plenty of goddamn sense. That motherfucker said, ooh, why? She couldn't wait. Once she seen he was in coon mode, oh, yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good old boy. Oh, yeah, she couldn't wait to ask some more questions. Once she seen his ass coon, she couldn't wait. Hold on, let me go back to this shit.
Understood, man. He's in Falcons game. We were at the lounge, and somebody ran into me and said, hey, Les, I've seen your show, and I want to sponsor it. But he said the only thing is...
Okay.
Most people book me to challenge me.
Right.
But to embarrass me, to challenge me, to embarrass me, to kind of make me look stupid as if I'm just spewing out things, and that's what Cam Newton tried to do. And I get offended by that because I'm more than just what I said online. If you do your research.
Absolutely. So let's get into this. But before we get into the conversation, every single person that comes on my show.
Watch how she said, oh, she got excited when that motherfucker started cooning, boy.
Here's this question.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's one thing you can talk less about, what would that be?
Look how long he took to answer. That motherfucker thought of the most coonest shit to say. And it don't get more cooning than, what happened back then just happened back then. That's the same thing white folks tell us. Now, you can't blame us because that happened back then. Okay, the people back then didn't bring fentanyl over here. Your ancestors didn't bring crack over here. You can talk about all them hangings back then. And that was back then. Them people didn't have nothing to do with abortion. Your ancestors, they let us breed like cattle. Yeah, you can have 12 babies. Now the black woman can't have 2 babies before they got to sew up her pussy. And she got to get her tubes tied. Wasn't no motherfucking tubes tying back then. And motherfuckers' kids wasn't catching cancer and the shit they catch now. So now, bro, don't blame your ancestors because you motherfuckers still do shit to us every fucking day. God damn, my motherfucking phone going. Fuck out. This motherfucker on dope and die. This motherfucker don't want me to say this.
The past history between black people and white people.
Ooh, why?
Because
why?
It don't mean anything today. Has no effect today.
Okay.
It don't mean nothing today. It has no effect. The shit that we went through has no effect. Bro, nobody knows this is more bullshit than Charleston White. I watched Charleston White break down this whole systematic shit and break down everything. And for him to get on this white girl couch and say it has no effect today, bro, it is pure. You can't. He didn't even try to hide the cooning. It's cooning 1-on-1. This is the highest level of cooning you could ever do. Racism back then has no effect today. It's a sad day in Black America.
Tell us more.
We wasn't here.
Okay.
You're only affected by what you went through in life.
You only affected by what you went through in life, bro. Even the Bible speak about a father's pain would travel through his grandkids. Because what our ancestors went through don't affect. That shit flow through our motherfucking bloodstream. That shit is in our blood. That's why we born in fear. We born with self-hate. Before they ever even talk, before we ever heard ignorant shit, before we ever see weave on our anus and our mother's head, we already, like, bro, that shit is in our blood. The pain that your grandmama go through, bro, it passes down. That's why if you had a violent grandfather, a lot of times that grandson may grow up to be naturally violent because it's in his genetics. So, like, bro, this shit is just, it's common sense, bro.
Affected by what you heard or read.
Okay.
We already know what went on back then. So let's talk less and do more toward solutions.
Oh, whoa. Okay. So you actually appreciate the reason why I named this show was because of this. Because
like, bro, yeah, I just had to play that question. He basically said the same shit that Morgan Freeman said, bro. Let's just forget about what happened back then because it has no effect on us. It has no effect on us. And like I said, that's the only part. I ain't even heard the rest of the interview. But the title of this whole interview, it says, "Stop blaming white people, start fixing your own house." That's what the whole title says.
And all the celebrities celebrate them. Then guess what? These kids want a body. They don't want no money. They don't want no pussy. They want a body. We was the first of those kids that they began to do that to. I snapped when I started having children and working with children.
I started.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear that. I had to fast forward all that when you used to work for children, bro. You don't know more, bro. Just stop the fucking cap. You don't know more, bro. Yeah, maybe you used to, but that shit long overdue, bro.
That'll tell you.
And your stupid ass, you ran out on them fucking black kids at that HBCU. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It's things that Charleston White has done. It's just some of the fakest shit to go from this liberation mindset. That motherfucker said after he stormed off that black camp, for when he talked about it, you motherfuckers broke. When Say Cheese asked Charleston White, man, I thought you was for HBCUs because you got on Deion Sanders' ass. He went viral going off on Deion Sanders. You sold out. You sold out the HBCUs, and these babies looked up to you. And I talked to these kids. I reached out to all them HBCU kids, and I told them, I'm with you. I'm with the HBCUs. You turned your back, Deion Sanders. That motherfucker said, oh, I was just playing character. This motherfucker told Say Cheese, yeah, when I was fighting for the HBCU, I don't give a fuck about them. Hey, fuck them goddamn HBCU kids and fuck the HBCU college. I was just playing. I wasn't even mad at Deion Sanders. Just a fucking one of the fakest, biggest, coonest, sellout motherfuckers we've seen in a long time, bro. Long time.
It was happening, what they see. You have to ask them questions. So I don't come. I just come to give them an understanding that you didn't ask to be born. You can't choose who you was born to. You were just born in a situation and some condition that you have no power and control over. But what you choose to do. Yeah, you hurt, but when you know right from wrong, you know it's wrong to hurt somebody else even though you hurt. So that's what you go off for. Nigga, once you learn right from wrong, I don't care what happened to you. It's your fault. When you learn right from wrong. Then I started realizing most of us don't know right from wrong because we've been in survival mode.
Yeah.
And from the time they've been in their mother's womb, from the time their daddy ejaculated, from the time You get them as a probation officer, they've been in survival mode. Their mother didn't take prenatal care, they wasn't breastfed, they wasn't going to the doctor, so they've been in survival mode. It's hard to be a human to think rational and you're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
They wasn't breastfed, but who give us Similac? Huh? No, stop blaming white folks and blame ourselves. They wasn't breastfed, but who taught us to give them Similac? Who taught black women to stop breastfeeding? Who taught black women to start tying their tubes up? Who taught them to start aborting their baby, killing their own baby? Who taught them all this? Who taught us all this hate? You know, we just...
So once I started understanding that, but I learned that from the boys' home, growing up in the boys' home. I didn't know kids went to bed hungry until I got locked up. I thought all kids had something to eat in the house. I thought most kids were protected, like me, sheltered, victims. They don't never want the black man or the black race to stand up erect. They're different kind of people when they don't have an excuse as victims.
Mm-hmm. And it's easier to control you if you are a victim, like you said. You know,
poor me.
Yeah.
The poor me. The poor.
Because it's
well.
Never ever sue the driver.
Boy, that motherfucker got on his coon shoe. But you know, when he started wearing all them MAGA hats and all that shit, wearing the police officer outfits, playing like the police and all that, like this motherfucker, I don't think I've ever seen a bigger... I've never seen this, bro. I don't think we've ever seen somebody go from acting like they with us all the way. I'm with them po babies. That's what he say. I'm with them po, to saying fuck these broke ass babies. Fuck you and your broke ass kids. To clown you, throwing money all on Facebook. Yeah, I got money, bitch. Yeah. Take care of them old broke ass kids. Yeah, fuck you and them broke ass kids. Fuck them HBCU kids. But you were just crying for them a year ago. Either this motherfucker is severely bipolar or he is just a severe motherfucking sellout, bro. I've never seen nothing like it.
People, when that has way more of a bearing on your life than what happened 400 years.
Well, because it's easier to blame, it's easier to be a victim than to actually sit there and reflect.
And then the white girl, like I said, she from Russia. She ain't even from here. She playing on what he's saying. All black people, basically saying black people just love to play victim. This is what the white girl is saying. Like, this shit is wild. She ain't even from here, and she playing on what he's saying. Like, she's agreeing, like, yeah, black folks just play victim, basically. Yeah, black folks just basically playing victim around this motherfucker.
He come from a violent household.
Yeah, this shit is wild, bro.
That's already sick. Guess what? He's been exposed to sex. You see a little girl that's always dressing.
This shit is wild, man.
Guess what? Somebody's.
This shit is wild. This motherfucker, and then she gonna tune in on. You know, that's the worst thing. That's why I say this the most coonest shit you can do. It's one thing to sit in front of black folks and talk down on black folks, but to talk down on black folks in front of white folks and then let white folks throw their little 2 cents in, that's some sucker shit.
You see a little girl that's always dressing promiscuous, guess what? Somebody's touching on her. So just pay attention to the kids' actions, and that'll tell you what's happening, what they see. Ask them questions. So I don't come. I just come to give them an understanding that you didn't ask to be born. You can't choose who you was born to. You were just born in a situation and some condition that you have no power and control over, but what you choose to do. Yeah, you hurt, but when you know right from wrong, you know it's wrong to hurt somebody else even though you hurt. So that's what you go off for. Nigga, once you learn right from wrong, I don't care what happened to you, it's your fault. When you learn right from wrong. Then I started realizing most of us don't know right from wrong because we've been in survival mode.
Yeah.
And from the time they've been in their mother's womb, from the time their daddy ejaculated, from the time you get them as a probation officer, they've been in survival mode. Their mother didn't take prenatal care, they wasn't breastfed, they wasn't going to the doctor, so they've been in survival mode. It's hard to be a human to think rational and you're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
So once I started understanding that, but I learned that from the boys' home, growing up in the boys' home. I didn't know kids went to bed hungry until I got locked up. I thought all kids had something to eat in the house. I thought most kids were protected, like me, sheltered. I didn't know some niggas fall asleep on the floor and that's their bed wherever they fall asleep at. I didn't know the only reason my partners was getting perfect attendance in school is because this is where the only place they was eating. I didn't know that. I didn't know some of the most violent men in our communities and the niggas we scared of. The reason they're so violent because they were molested. That's why violence is so prevalent among black men, is because they were molested or abused by a mother.
Yeah, it's I've always said that everything comes from something, and you got to go deeper and you got to dig deeper. And there's why when we talk about
and I just realized this white girl. You know who she favor outside of them big ass fake lips? She got some soup coolers. Anyway, yeah, outside of them goddamn soup coolers. Yeah, you know who she favor? She favor that white girl on Undercover Brother. Undercover Brother. Yeah, she favored a white girl that tricked old Eddie Griffin. Yeah, she. I swear.
separation between white and black, right? I think we also have to address the white people because that racism that happens, and especially because it's because of lack of education.
We don't know racism. If you were born in the city,
we don't know racism. They go watch the cooning. This motherfucker. I don't think it's. I'm telling you, bro. Charleston White at this point is one of the biggest coons in the black community, bro. One of the biggest at the top of the list. I put him over Jesse Lee Peterson. I put him over see Jesse Lee Peterson just old and he just love white folks and I put him over that. I think Charleston White is a top 3 coon in black America.
If you were born in my era of black people, you ain't even seen racism. You don't know how to identify it. It's a bunch of prejudice.
You ain't seen racism. But black people are way more likely to get pulled over, way more likely to go to jail, way more likely to just be denied opportunity after opportunity. We don't know what racism is, though. We ain't never seen it. I guess we didn't see George Floyd get choked to death in front of the world. I guess we didn't see that shit either.
People, but black people of today are more affected by their mother and their father than racism.
I agree with you.
And she said, I agree with you. I hate when we give white folks the fucking talk, to be able to even talk on our shit. I don't think a white boy or a white girl should even speak on black problems. She said, I agree. Black people are more affected by the whole mama and the missing daddy than white supremacy. So the single black mother is more of a detriment. And the father that's in and out the penitentiary, he's more of a detriment than white supremacists. Dope and dog food. And then this motherfucker gonna say, I agree with you. Bro, if this ain't white, that lets me know, but I think all white folks are white supremacists. They have a white supremacist mentality. Even the good white girls and the good white boys who have black friends and do nice shit for black people. Even the white boy that he see the single mother with 4 kids in the McDonald's line and she's $7.23 short and he dig in his pocket and say, I got it. Even the nice white boy that bought the McFlurries and the McDoubles with the extra Big Mac sauce for the single mother with 5 baby daddies and 5 kids. All white folks believe in white supremacy because they believe in their people being ahead. They don't care how it has to happen, even if it's through forcing themselves on black women, even if it's through forcing themselves on our kids. No matter what has to happen, they're all for their people being ahead. Like I said, bro, you letting a white girl sit there and, I agree with you. We are more affected by the single mother and her trauma than white supremacy. This Coon of the Year award. This motherfucker, if there was ever a Coon of the Year award, this motherfucker has earned this shit.
Let's not even bring up racism. Don't look to white people. I tell niggas all the time.
Don't even bring up racism.
Look at where your mom and daddy met. Let's start there. Did white people in slavery have any impact on your mama and your daddy when your daddy saw your mama in the club with her ass out? Did the white man tell your daddy to go there and lie to your mama where they fucked that night?
If there was no white supremacy, there would be no clubs. Want to know why there would be no clubs? Because black people would be a community, and we wouldn't be so focused on trying to dance and party to forget and to what's the word I'm looking for? To block out what we go through in real life. No. Without white supremacy, there would be no liquor stores. There would be no clubs and all this dancing. All we trying to do, bro, is deflect and forget about our problems. No, most motherfuckers work Monday through Friday and they party on the weekend because we want to forget about the bullshit we've gone through. So we keep talking about the clubs and all that stuff. No, that was brought into our communities. To just dance, black folks, just dance and have fun and forget about what we do to you motherfuckers Monday through Friday. Just on the weekends, party that shit off and be back at work Monday, rejuvenate. I've seen that my whole life. Brothers get more fucked up on the weekend than any time because you trying to prepare yourself to go back to that white boy job Monday. Yeah, all black folks do. Even the Uncle Tom Negroes that sell out every fucking day. Everybody got to get fucked up on the weekends. Everybody got to shake their ass and come and fuck. That's why more fucking happen on the weekend in the black community than anywhere. Yeah, a lot of these hoes Monday through Friday, they be a good girl. Saturday and Sunday, that bitch fucking 4-5 different dudes. Because we trying to fuck our way out of oppression. We trying to drink our way out of oppression. And we trying to dance and party our way out of oppression. So you can keep acting like that shit has nothing to do with white supremacy. That's why we party so fucking much. Because we want to forget the bullshit we go through every day.
Was the white man in slavery involved when your mama let a nigga she don't know come in her pussy with no rubber? What the white man got to do with that? And when your mama went and told your dad, here's my baby, and you said, bitch, that ain't my baby, what the white man got to do with that? Everything you're affected by in life goes to the root of where you come from. Nigga, the roots and the fruit are one and the same. So stop looking at white people, go look at your mama. You got all your genetics and chromosomes for your mom and daddy. If you freaky, your mom and daddy were freaky. What was you exposed to? What did your mama do when she was pregnant for those 9 months? What conditions were her emotional state in? Man, don't tell me about no slavery and white people when that has way more of a bearing on your life than what happened 400 years.
Well, because it's easier to blame, it's easier to be a victim than to actually...
Did you hear the white girl? It's easy to blame and be a victim. So basically, black folks just blaming white folks and playing victim. How can you play victim? How can you play victim when we got their last name? How can you play victim when we all stay in the ghettos and they stay in the rich neighborhoods? How can you play victim, bro, when you born into this bullshit? How the fuck can you play victim when you got to go to them for everything you need? You don't have nothing. You don't have nothing of your own. You got their name. You got to go to their hospital. You got to go to their doctors, their dentists. You can't even marry your woman without going through that white boy. But we play victim.
Sit there and reflect, because I know for a fact when I was born, my grandparents were telling my mom that you need to do an abortion. She shouldn't, like, everybody was telling my mom, you don't need to have this kid because you don't have a good relationship with the dad. It did affect me a lot, but and I always talk about my mom cheating on my dad, but the worst part is accepting the fact that it hurt me.
Yeah.
But I can't blame it on anything else. It's my mom still. I gotta love her, regardless of what she's done. It's like, if we're talking about kids, like, yes, they did something, but they're still children. There's still empathy. There's still something that you can forgive them with, instead of sitting here and saying, well, you know what? I hate my grandparents because they didn't want me. I can sit and say about that.
Black children are given excuses from the time they understand life.
Why?
They're giving excuses. Because the world wants them to be victims. They don't never want...
The world want black kids to be victims? The world? So you basically said, so the world cries for black children? Bro, Asians kill black kids for stealing a Laffy Taffy. Only black kids get killed for stealing. I ain't never seen no culture cry for black kids. You get treated like a grown-ass man when you a black child. We play victim because the world cries for us. He done took Coon into an all-time high, bro.
the black man or the black race to stand up erect. They're different kind of people when they don't have an excuse as victims.
Mm-hmm. And it's easier to control you if you are a victim, like you said. You know,
poor me.
Yeah.
The poor me. The poor me attitude is the start of.
I ain't gonna get through this interview much longer. How he letting this white girl play and add and too little. See, when you play the she's basically saying this white girl. See, because you got to understand, white folks. I've known this for a long time. They'll play on whatever you do. Now, if he came on some black shit, some straight liberation shit, she would talk totally different. She would be saying, you know, it is messed up where we go through and this and that. She played a whole, but since he's playing, black people just playing victim, now she's speaking on it. She's speaking her real thought. See, because when you play victim, it allows another group of people to even have more control over you, basically saying black folks need to shut the fuck up and keep working that white boy job and work harder, motherfucker, and quit blaming white folks for our problem. Even a white girl expressing her real thoughts now because you open the door for her to speak that way. Bitch. Just a weak motherfucker. This a weak, bro, you a poor excuse for a black man. Boy, if this would make black men act this way, we all should be broke. A black man don't need no motherfucking money. We need to all go back to being poor and just we all in them fields. No, bro, black men, if this was what it do to a black man, bro, no, pimpin', we all need to be broke. We need to be stripped of this shit, bro. If money can change you like that, bro, it's sickening.
Of depression, the start of violence, everything.
And you start spiraling and you start going.
Yeah. So, man, that's why my mother's words, all things work for the good of those who love the Lord and is called according to his will and purpose.
That's a motherfucking lie. That's a motherfucking lie. Shit.
I said, Mama, all things? And I started throwing questions at her. She said, son, it don't say but. Mom, what about a kid being molested? Mom, I heard one of my friends used to get molested by his uncle. How that work good for him? I shot some questions to try to prove that this is bullshit. Because I couldn't understand it. So I didn't read the Bible. I would hear my mother say shit and question her about it. I can't understand the Bible. And I heard a preacher say, it's the Holy Spirit who writes God's word upon man's heart. So why I need that copywritten book to read it? I can't understand it at 15. I need God. Right now, I'm thinking about killing myself in the same cell my homeboy hung himself in. They won't give me a Bible. How do I get God? In spirit, like Mama said. Just talk to him, son. You think you need the preacher? You can say, can you have a chaplain come talk to old boys?
Happiness is eating.
Yeah, bro, this shit.
Cocoa happiness.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it for a few more minutes, bro. But I gotta get off this shit. This is this cooning at an all-time high, bro. This is at an all-time high.
Want to do is save her.
It's sickening, bro. It's at an all-time high, bro. This shit here is different, bro.
That's great, but can you ask your friend?
Prison. I think you should lock 9-year-old boys up.
What the
Until they
fuck?
grown.
You should lock 9-year-old boy. What the fuck I done walked into? Because actually in the state of Texas, you can be 10 years old and go to jail. So a 10-year-old boy should be held accountable for his. This motherfucker said, I think you should lock up a 9-year-old boy. That motherfucker, at this point, bro, I don't think there's a bigger coon on the planet.
Because I've been doing what I call a independent qualitative study on the effects of prison. Prison has what is intimate. Most people who CPS for over 25 years, she nurtured children, trauma and hurt children and abused children back to life, and it was the light, and they still call mama today. So I got a living testament of a God. So fuck, I'm gonna listen to a preacher for. And I've been trying to prove her wrong since a kid. And I ain't been able to prove her wrong with her God.
Yeah. I think, have you ever heard a book called Conversations with God? So it's a very powerful book because the very ending of the book, it says, God is you, God is within you. And I remember I was arguing with somebody who was studying theology at Stanford, and I literally showed him the last page of the book. The man changed his major the next day to math because he said, I'm not going to study theology because it doesn't do much to me. God is me, God is within me.
Theology and religion takes you off the path of the true dark
Right,
side.
exactly.
Yeah, because it gives you a God. It don't give you the relationship and the connection to your God, which is self.
Yeah.
Everything that you want to know about God is in the spirit of who you are. So you have to find the spirit. But we're looking outside in the book. The spirit don't come out of the scripture reading the book. You're gonna have a situation in your life that's gonna activate that God in you. Your mother go die, something gonna happen that's gonna be bad for you to find that good. And that's what prison has been for black people. So that's why I recommend.
So prison has helped us find God this smart, and he recommend prison because prison has saved us. It's just sickening, bro.
Prison for black boys. I recommend it.
Recommend prison for black boys.
In the current setting, how it is?
Yeah, I recommend prison. I think you should lock 9-year-old boys up until they grown. Because what else? Because I've been doing what I call a independent qualitative study on the effects of prison. Prison has more of a positive effect on families and black males than any other.
85% go back within 6 months to 2 years. How is that a positive effect? I'm going to say that one more time. You recommend 9-year-old black boys. You didn't say white boys, Mexican boys. You recommend black children to go to jail from the age of 9 till they grown. Because it helps us. 85% go back within 6 months to 2 years. Just
institution in America.
This shit is... It's hard. I know you motherfuckers like the entertainment and for me to talk my shit and all that there and spread the salt. This video is very draining for me. It's very draining, and I'm getting tired of even talking about it. I'm getting tired of listening to this motherfucker because, bro, at this point, I'm disgusted. I'm very fucking disgusted. So it's hard for me to get through this shit, bro.
Society include marriage in public schools, in college. Only thing can top the prison system in producing great black men is the military. Because they're both the same.
Because it has structure, it has
discipline.
It has discipline, and also has.
And look at the white girl agreeing. Yeah, you're right. Black boys should all go to prison. It will make them better people. Do you know how many black men go to prison and never had a drug habit, but come out of Dauphin? And right now, most of them coming out strung out on that Tunchi, which is K2. Because K2, when you smoke weed in there, they drug test. So a lot of time they drug test, and motherfucker don't want to catch no dirty UA. So everybody doing Tunchi right now. Tunchi is damn near worse than crack. I've seen the effects of that. That shit make you climb the wall. K2 is one of the most dangerous drugs outside of fentanyl and crack that we've ever seen. And most black men right now are going in that motherfucking prison and getting strung out on that K2. I know several brothers that never did a drug in their life go to prison and become a junkie because it's just as much dope in there as it is out here. Go to prison and become an alcoholic. Go to prison and become a sex addict. Go to prison and become a homosexual. So, talking about some positive effects, all I see is negative effects.
Authority and control.
The black boy don't have it nowhere else. He's coddled in every level of society.
But do you think it only applies to black boys? Does it apply to any other race?
No other race.
Why?
No other race.
Only black boys. That's what he said. It don't apply to nobody else. Only black boys need to go to prison from the time they 9 until they're grown. It don't. Nobody else though. Only black boys need to go to prison.
We're the only people that's been done like this, that you can do like this.
But I feel like
no other race. So listen, no other race of people have been directly programmed by white people other than us. No other race. So it's like they have a spell on us.
But I also feel like white people have this idea, like they're groomed in this privilege, right? And so I think that's also affecting society negatively.
Show me 1 in 3 that's going to prison. See, we have a number that sits over unborn children's head.
Well, I think the white kids, the ones that born into like crackheads, families, and the heroin addicts and all of that, like those are the ones
Even our children born in 2-parent homes go.
Mm-hmm.
Even our children born in well-to-do communities, great mothers, God-fearing mothers, non-criminal, not on drugs, they go too. Mm-hmm. Because the statistic says 1 in every 3 black males in America will go to prison or be on some form of community supervision in their lifetime.
But you think it's prison, not changing the school system?
Mm-mm.
What if the schools were boarding schools like you had? Would that work? No?
How you gonna undo the trauma and the pain that these kids show up at the school with?
Well, if they're living there, if it's a boarding school.
Who gonna pay for it?
The government, I hope. Well, no, I know, but like, let's say we're in.
Then we become Russia again.
Boy, this a dumb white girl, right? I swear to God. Hey, boy, white woman, it show how slick white. Boy, that's how they pimp on black men so easily. White girls have been pimping on black men, just outsmarting you dumb motherfuckers. White girl play on black men. Them motherfuckers play on you bitches so easy. Because for one, it ain't a black man in America that's with a white woman and don't suffer from self-hate. It ain't a black man in America that's messed with a white woman and don't want white approval. And it's not psychologically trying to tell that white boy, hey, I got a white woman like you. I got y'all women. I'm with y'all. I'm on y'all side. It ain't a black man in America that got a white woman, and he's not psychologically trying to align himself with the white race. It's psychological, bro. It's more than physical. You telling white folks I'm with y'all. Because I've never seen a brother get a white woman and still be loyal to his people. For one, you can never be loyal to your people messing with a white woman. A woman that's a part of the race that oppresses your people every day. But love is love. You motherfuckers on doping dog food.
If the government has to fix
it, but it works.
But it doesn't work. But now you're being controlled.
But prison controls you too.
No, it don't. They getting high in prison. Prison just puts you in a place where you can't get out and hurt public safety. But the prisoners run the prison.
Well, you can do a lot of things in prison. At this point, I'm like...
So the answer and the solution and the antidote to our problem is focusing on prenatal care and mothers. Let's get the babies right when they start forming. Yeah. Because by the time the baby get here, the mother
she ain't got time to get the baby right because she got to go to work. She got to go to work. The mama got to go to work. The daddy got to go to work. You ain't got time. You ain't got time for all this extra nurturing and extra teaching the child. You ain't got time for that shit. Yeah, mama tired than a motherfucker from them 12-hour shifts. Yeah, we got so many things distracting us from being able to properly raise our children. So.
Already given and set a temperament for this kid based on her conditions and environment of 9 months. Mm-hmm. So now, when the kids go to school, what resources do we have for elementary children and they're not in trouble? We focus on the kids that's in trouble. It's all the help in the world for kids that's in trouble, not for the kids that's out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We focus on 3rd grade literacy tests. Yeah. They do. We don't. We're the only ones having this problem. The Jews, not the Asians, not black children are the only ones having this problem. Yeah, other children are having but it's something specific about ours that don't apply to nobody else's.
Google Play points unlocks a world of rewards.
And like you say, he recommends jail for 9-year-old boys. Yeah, take the ass to jail. But that's love.
I also think my view on raising kids in America, I don't have any kids. I don't have any baby daddies. I'm 31 and I would never have a baby daddy. I don't believe in that concept. I think it's the most bizarre thing in the world that baby mama became something so normal. I don't understand that. It's blowing my mind every single day.
Baby mamas only exist in the black community.
Exactly. And
you a motherfucking lie. Baby mama, baby daddy exists with them trailer park motherfuckers too. Them meth infested motherfuckers too. They got baby daddies, baby mamas too. Yeah. Latinos do it too. Yeah, that's American culture. baby mama, baby daddy. No, it ain't just black folks, motherfucker.
Crazy to me that they continue to become baby mamas. They continue to breed. Like, why are we doing that? And that's a whole different conversation. But I've always said that I feel like even as I had a friend who their baby's mix is like Filipino and white, and a kid is growing up in California in the Bay Area, and the kid is very kid thinks that making $250,000 a year is a normal thing because that's what he sees. And I always said, it's crazy to me that that's normal to kids that grow up in America. So I would want my kids to go to Russia, to go to Africa, to go to Europe and study there because I want them to see real life. That $250,000 a year is not a normal thing to do. You have to grind and you have to work your ass off to actually legally make $250,000 a year. And
I thought like that because you don't know not to think like that. When you grow up with privilege, you think it's like this for everybody.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so I thought everybody, and I thought my mom was supposed to do this.
Right.
I didn't know adults struggled. I didn't know there was hard times throughout life because your children aren't supposed to know the family's having hard times.
Mm-hmm.
These kids now are aware of the conditions. We wasn't.
Yeah, well, there's more knowledge now because it's internet and it spreads information faster now.
Well, grown folks let the kids know what's going on because they talk around children. So in the black culture, the things that we like to do, our kids like to do too. So it blends us together. It makes our kids more exposed to adult shit that they shouldn't be exposed to. You can't listen to a white radio and hear, I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm going to put my thumb in her butt. They're not going to let you hear that on a white radio, Kid Craddock in the morning, but they'll play it on the hip-hop station with your kids in the morning. So that's what made me start paying attention. I had a daughter. Long as I had a son, it was okay, bitch, hoe, suck my dick. But when I had a daughter, I changed that music, and I put it on black radio. I wouldn't play my music. I started noticing black radio is playing the same music I listen to with a CD with explicit lyrics. There's no radio version. So because I have a daughter, and I don't want my daughter hearing bitch and hoe, I started listening to Kid Craddock and found white radio is way more family friendly and entertaining with your children in the morning time compared to the topics of conversation and discussion that they have on black radio as if our kids ain't in the car going to school.
And the craziest thing to me is that people still allow kids to, even like white kids, I've heard a white kid call a mom a bitch, and there's no way. In my culture, oh my God, I would be dead if I could.
All white kids damn near cuss their mama out. All of them. And that's why black kids do it now. That's always been a white kid thing. They've been cussing out their parents since they've been on this planet. That's always been normal for white kids to cuss out their parents. And now black kids do it. Black kids just started doing it in the 2000s. But white kids have always cussed out their parents. Hell, everybody know that. That's ABC 1, 2, 3. Everybody fucking know that. Hell, they do it in movies. The white kid cuss out the parents. They've been doing that.
My mom a bitch. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna fly. But also, they've done studies and they prove that kids, whatever they consume, music, the words that they hear, it all impacts them. So I remember we were growing up with classical music. We weren't even listening to anything else.
That's why we killing. We had drive-by music.
Mm-hmm.
We got music. If you want to go get in the car and go do a drive-by and kill somebody,
mm-hmm.
we got music with the lyrics,
mm-hmm.
the tempo, and the beats to tap into that energy. If you want to pimp on a bitch, we got some music you can listen to that'll make you want to pimp on a bitch and you feel like you can pimp. We got some music if you want to sell dope, the lyrics. So, yes. Why do you think during the Civil War time, they had a band out on the warfield? The drum, thump, thump, thump.
Well, because they had to get them going. It has to be music
it
gets you
into that spirit.
Into the spirit of patriotism.
Why is all of our music on every radio station has something to do with killing? You think that's a coincidence?
Chevy Silverado HD.
But let Charles tell it. Say it's just black folks' fault. It's our fault. It ain't the white record labels. It ain't them. It's just all black folks.
No,
black folks just decided
one
day to start killing each other.
Intentionally? I don't say it's the record labels. Who wrote the lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
Who came up?
You hear that? It ain't the record labels. No, it ain't the record label. It's the rapper's fault. It ain't, the record labels ain't got nothing to do with it, but they let 15-year-old kids talk about killing. But these grown-ass record labels, these white and Jewish record label owners, it's not their fault that they allow a 15-year-old, 16-year-old child to talk about killing, and they promote them to talk about it. A teenage boy, hand him millions of dollars and let him talk about killing his own people. But they not held accountable? Bro, this dude is a sucker.
With these words to describe killing this good, for it to be that's what's in the heart of these people. So the labels ain't wrong for giving the people what they want.
Well, it's money, they got to make the money.
It ain't got. This is what they want.
Do you hear the white girl ad-libbing? Agreeing with all the destructive shit he say. Yeah, it ain't the record label's fault. This most white folks will say this. It ain't the record label's fault that they paying 15-year-old kids. Because rappers, you can be a rapper at 14, 15 and talk about killing and getting your dick sucked by strippers and killing motherfuckers. You can be 15-year-old and talk about that and get a record deal. But it ain't the record label's fault. Even Charles and the white girl agree with that. Boy, that white girl, let me tell you something. She may not be from America and she from Russia, but boy, she learned the white boy American way real fast.
So your children. So my mama couldn't. You couldn't play rap in my mama house. We had to sneak and listen to it.
Yeah, at this point, bro, I've heard enough. This motherfucker. This is what I don't know if it's money or maybe this was his whole plan. Maybe this always who he was. I don't know. But either way it go, bro, I've never seen nobody change so drastically for the worse. I can't remember the last time I seen this kind of shit. But anyway, this is an example, bro, of is money really worth all that, bro? Throwing away all your integrity, saying all the things white folks want to hear. And not only that, you programming black folks to say, you know what, it ain't the white man's fault, it's our fault. Yes, our fault we in these projects. It's our fault that all these drugs and guns are on the street. It's all our fault. And scapegoating white folks. That's all they do. That's what all the coons have done since the beginning of time. They've always scapegoated everything white folks so white folks can throw the rocks and hide their hand. But anyway, this is 903 Boston. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.